Yo, what's up everybody? It's Sad Part. Today we're going to be going over this crazy Osamason situation. We're going to be talking about how the album was received, my thoughts on the album, and then like these weird transgressions that have been going on, bro, with like OK getting dissed all over the internet, and then Osamason trending crazy numbers, but then people also like disliking the album. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff to go over. But before we get into it, I just wanted to show this shirt in case anyone was interested. It's our first merch drop ever, and I'll put the link on the screen. It'll be in the description too if you want to go check it out. Available in white, available in red, available in black. We ship domestic, internationally. But yeah, the shop will be closing down on like February 2nd or 3rd or something like that, so you're going to want to buy it before it's gone forever, okay? I appreciate the support though, and let's get into the video. So this whole Osamason jump out saga has been crazy. Lots of bumps in the road, leaks, pushbacks, delays, people hating on the album when it dropped. But I think first we need to go back and examine what led up to it. So of course 2023 was pretty prolific for Osamason. He dropped Osamason and Flex music, and then 2024 he kind of took a step back. Like Flexure dropped, and then Evil Reflection, the collab with Glock 40, dropped, but neither of these were solo full-length projects, a collab tape and a deluxe. So a lot of Osamason fans wanted to be eating. He ended up giving us singles like Withdrawals, Popstar, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Just Score It, The World Is Free, and these are all supposed to be on Jump Out eventually, but a lot of things changed along the way. A lot of leaks happened, a lot of creative direction shifting, and it ended up that Osamason just dropped Jump Out now in 2025. So we went a whole year without a solo Osamason album, but now we've been given it with Jump Out, and there was a lot of mixed reactions. First off, leading up to it was pretty crazy in and of itself. I mean, this was literally right before it's about to drop, and Osamason has been experiencing leaks for a pretty good while now. Like literally every song he makes seems to get leaked and uploaded to some account on Spotify or SoundCloud or whatever, and then eventually he just dropped this Lil O the Impaler song on SoundCloud, which ended up being taken down due to leakers as well. We saw this thanks to the High Tech Steph Instagram story. If you guys don't know who High Tech Steph is, basically he's Osamason's manager, and one time when I was at Summer Smash, he pressed me on stage, but that's a story for another time, bro. Osamason track got taken down. High Tech Steph said, "Shout out to the fans, effed it up." And this is a message from SoundCloud saying, "Hi Osamason, it looks like your track, Lil O the Impaler, might contain a copy of Baller by Tassa, which is owned by JMP in certain territories. As a result, your track has been removed from your profile for the time being." And the track was eventually put back up on SoundCloud, but it was down for a little bit because someone had literally uploaded the same exact song to SoundCloud before Osamason was able to. So they detected it as if it was a fraudulent track, even though it was coming from the artist in and of itself. So not only was that leaked, but then leading up to Jump Out, Jump Out was about to drop, and a bunch of leaks surfaced on some Discord or something. I'm not really sure exactly how they came about or who brought them about, but I mean, it was literally so many songs. This isn't even all of them, but there's Bully, Get Out the Room, Break the News, Going Dumbo, She Need a Ride, New Tune, and these were all leaked, bro. And sadly, Osamason responded to this message saying, "Slime, I give up," with the dead rose emoji, which is kind of a sad message, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, that kind of struck a chord with me and made me a bit emotional. But basically what was saying here that, Osamason cannot deal with the leaking anymore, and he's giving up on music, he's giving up on the rap career. But Jump Out did eventually drop, and he pushed through, he persisted through all the hate, and he dropped the project. And there were some mixed reactions we're going to go over now. It even resulted in We Gon' Be Okay kind of getting the crowd shifting against him, which I never thought I would see, bro. We Gon' Be Okay is one of my favorite producers. He's probably the best producer in the underground right now, definitely the most prolific. But he seems to be getting the Lil 88 treatment as of recently, which we're going to go over in a sec. But first, let's just talk about the initial reaction to Jump Out. So firstly, what we can see is that Osamason went number 2 trending in the United States, which basically meant that he was the second most talked thing about on Twitter, which is insane given that he's like an underground artist. But there is a lot of discussion around his name, both negative and positive. We'll see that in a sec. But additionally, he charted in the top albums on Apple Music, breaking into the top 10 with the number 10 spot, right below Rod Wave. Yeah, I don't know who was listening to that Rod Wave, but Jump Out would nearly beat out the GOAT, Rod Wave, and Wicked, the soundtrack, which would have been very fun. Some of the reactions were both positive and negative. This guy said, Osamason album sucks, and congratulations, Osamason. You just dropped the worst album of the decade. This album sucks. Can Osamason go back to using Perk 40 and the Jamaican no-sock wearing K2 Addicts beats? And yeah, a lot of people were complaining about the producers on this album and how they wanted, Bully Mon, TDF, like that old Osamason sound. But as a lot of people pointed out, bro, he had to change up the whole album because of leaks and songs being out. He had to scrap them off the project. Unfortunately, a lot of the songs that ended up getting scrapped were ones that I think the fans would have really liked. So I guess they kind of did it to themselves with that one. Like, if the songs hadn't been leaked, then he could have dropped them and everyone could have enjoyed it. But unfortunately, that's not how it played out. I think that's a lot of the reason why people were hating on We Gonna Be Okay, because he ended up being like the executive producer of the album almost. Other reactions said, yo, Jump Out is album of the year. Osamason, you did it again. And things like, Osamason had his whole discography leaked, was fed all okay beats, and still delivered us a great album. I think someone should take notes. Ahem, ahem, cough, cough. And like the end of that message is clearly hinting towards Cardi dropping, but the beginning was interesting because, like I said before, literally all the songs leaked, all the okay beats are kind of getting hated on, and We Gonna Be Okay is just getting hate in general. He actually responded to this on 2 separate occasions, the first of which was a tweet, like right when he woke up in the morning, I guess. He said, all bias and expectations aside, this is an amazing album. Tweeted at 6:59 a.m., bro. Like, either he was up all night or he wakes up early like a very hard worker would, If you want it, then you gotta wake up earlier than everybody, like Young Thug says. But yeah, I mean, clearly he was saying that. I think what he's trying to imply here is, like, biases. People are kind of hating on Osamason in general, and then also expectations aside, because people were waiting for such a long time for this album, so they were probably wanting something more than what they got. But he's saying it's an amazing album, and clearly he's going to think that because he's the producer. But he went on to say on his Instagram story, saying, form your own opinion. And I think this was the message that was kind of really pointed towards Twitter and the groupthink people, because basically what he was saying is that, everyone on Twitter, y'all are just stealing each other's ideas. Like, you're sheep, you just see what the other dude says and then you say it. And he's low-key right, because bro, this We Gonna Be Okay and Lil 88 thing started as like a meme, and now every single person is talking about it. Because, okay, let me give you some context. So Lil 88 is a Destroy Lonely producer, or opium producer in general. He was the one who kind of gave Ken Carson his spotlight in the first place, and now he works with Lone a lot and stuff. And people started hating on him because they were saying his beats are trash, they're so simple, they're all derivative, like they all sound the same, they have the same patterns or whatever. And so he was getting hated on a bunch, and low-key rightly so, bro. Like, he's annoying as a person, his beats suck, and eventually people started to give Lil 88 the negativity, and now it's starting to shift towards We Gonna Be Okay as well, which I think is not, it's unjustified in my opinion. But a lot of the tweets are out here saying things like, we need to include Okay in the Lil 88 conversations, we got to give Okay and Osama the Lil 88 and Lone treatment, and Lil 88 is paused, we need to start hating on Okay now. And that's kind of what We Gonna Be Okay was saying in his Instagram story, bro. Like, there's no way that all of these people came up with the same idea that, We Gonna Be Okay is like Lil 88, because they all make derivative beats. But first of all, We Gonna Be Okay is a much better producer than Lil 88, and he's not on that like corny hater timing that like Lil 88 is on Twitter, like dissing Yeet and like all these people and stuff. Like, We Gonna Be Okay just kind of sticks to himself on the politics side of rap. So they're very different people, and basically someone just saw someone else tweet it and was like, oh, that's funny, let me like reword it, or let me try to get some Twitter engagement. But no, We Gonna Be Okay said, form your own opinion, bro. Like, don't just steal what the other guy said. I mean, look, someone said Okay turning into the next Lil 88. Like, we get it, bro. We don't need 6,000 tweets saying the same thing of something that isn't even true and doesn't even make sense. But yeah, overall, I mean, the album the album itself isn't groundbreaking. I think people were kind of expecting something insane just because of how long they had to wait for it. You know, we went a whole 2024 waiting for Jump Out, and the singles before the album were good, bro. Like, I Know What You Did Last Summer, that's a really good song. Like, there was a lot of cool moments leading up to the album, and I don't know, I didn't really hear any stick out, like, jump out tracks from the beginning, but I'm sure something will go viral, something will catch on through TikTok or whatever. But we posted this post on our Instagram, make sure to go follow it. It said Jump Out Review, and I'll share a rating in a second, but some of the comments were really interesting, such as this guy saying skip after skip on this one, someone else saying 8.5, would be 10 if there were songs produced by Azor, Legion, Gyro, Bully, and Sky, which they all had songs on the album, so I don't know what he was talking about. Someone else says, I feel like it was honestly too similar to BAFK at times. I think Osamason needed to do something different than the other artists in his league, and he didn't really. And that was a point a lot of people were making. A lot of comparisons were brought up, like, which album was better, bro, BAFK or Jump Out? And I think it's because of the We Gonna Be Okay production that people are seeing such similarities between the two. Me personally, BAFK had a lot more energy and like it just stuck with me more personally, but I'm also more of a Netspin fan than an Osamason fan. Someone else said Lil O needs Gyro and Sky, Net needs Zoot and Okay. They said, I feel like people in the underground are becoming too picky. There's nothing wrong with the album, lol. Sure, Okay is an oversaturated producer, but that doesn't make the album bad or repetitive. And that word, bro, repetitive, kept getting repeated over and over in every comment section, but they were saying, oh, this album is so repetitive, dude, like, come on, man. But it's his sound, like, that's the sound that he crafted, that he brought with Okay, and that's the theme that he wanted to go with for the album. It's like, if there's too many sounds on the album, it starts to get annoying and muddled and stuff. But yeah, they ended up giving it 8 out of 10, and I'll read the review that my co-admin for the Instagram wrote because it's actually pretty interesting. He said, Osamason, an artist hailing from Goose Creek, has been making waves since his first project, Osamason, blah blah blah. Oh my gosh, this review is so long, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Why did he write so much? Okay, here. I find it that with many new artists, it's hard to not make the same song over and over again without completely switching up the style. But Osamason was able to do so in a tremendous way. Although, I will admit, at some points in this project, it seemed the hook was carrying the songs and there were some filler tracks. But every song that hit hard. I hope Osama can keep it up after this, and he has set the standard very high for himself. I am sad that he won't be able to read this review because he has us blocked. I forgot about that, bro. Osamason has the sad part Instagram blocked, so he will never be able to see any of our beautiful posts, but you can, so make sure you go to the Instagram, follow and engage. I also posted a TikTok about it, so we're gonna go over some of the comments from that because these were even more interesting than the Instagram. They said album got overhyped but it not bad. And yeah, bro, like I think the hype leading up to it was way too high, and people before were saying, bro, this is gonna take him mainstream, like this is our last day before Osamason fan base gets corny, because they were thinking this was gonna be like some mainstream thing. The numbers are definitely going crazy, but I don't think this is really gonna shift his career too upwards. Someone said Okay hate is so forced and weird, which I agree, bro. Like it's kind of just like the more successful you get, the more people are gonna hate. Someone said, I honestly think it's a great album, new sound from him. The only issue with these fans is that they only listen to the beats, not the lyrics. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not a super new sound. Someone said better than Flex music, and the other dude said no, LOL. But let me know your thoughts on that. I'm interested in seeing your commenting if you think it was better than Flex music. I don't think it was, but I don't know. I think the new fans might think that it is different. Someone said Jump Out V1 would have been Osama's best work, but leaks messed it up. And yeah, bro, like the leakers. Honestly, though, you can drop and like. Okay, think about it realistically, bro. If a song leaks on Discord, how many people are actually going to hear it? Like, not that many. You can still go ahead and drop the project with that song on it. Like, I don't think it will have that much an effect on the album. So I don't know if people use that as an excuse or if that's an actual thing. But I don't know. I feel like he could have still dropped the album with some of the songs that leaked. That's just my take, though. I saw other people saying that as well. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the album in the comments below and argue with each other, get into violent debates. Also, make sure you check out this Sad Part merch. It's our first drop ever. It supports the brand very much and allows me to bring you lots of great content. Follow the Instagram and I'll be giving some some advice on how to rizz up baddies. But yeah, follow the Instagram, cop the merch, and thank you for watching this far. Make sure you subscribed, make sure you like, and appreciate you for watching this far. Peace.